everyone, and welcome. Today, we are going to tackle something huge. We're diving deep into the massive, complex, and honestly, just fascinating story of modern India.
I mean, think about it. How on earth do you even start to explain a country with over 1.4 billion people? It's a huge question, right? You can't just list facts. You need a plan, a framework to make sense of it all. And that's exactly our plan today. We're going to break this enormous topic down into 3 manageable chunks. We'll look at the rules that hold everything together, the economy that keeps it all moving, and then we'll zoom in on one of its unique regions. Sound good? All right, let's get into it. Okay, part 1. Let's start with the rule book. I mean, every single country, especially one this big, is built on a foundation of principles and laws. And for India, that foundation is its constitutional blueprint. This is where it all begins. So picture this. The government has a major legal problem. Who's on speed dial? Well, that would be the Attorney General. This person is literally the country's #1 law officer. Their role comes straight from Article 76 of the Constitution, and it's a big deal. They can walk into any court in the country and even speak in Parliament. That's some serious influence.
And this is a really cool and important distinction. Not all government bodies are created equal. You have constitutional bodies, which are written right into the Constitution itself, like the Finance Commission. Their power is baked in from the very beginning. But then you have statutory bodies, like the National Human Rights Commission, which were created later on by a specific act of Parliament. It really shows you how the system of governance can grow and adapt.
Speaking of those powerful built-in roles, meet the CAG. That's the Comptroller and Auditor General. If you want to think of it simply, this is the nation's ultimate financial watchdog. Their whole job, spelled out in Article 149, is to follow the money. They audit all government spending to make sure our taxpayer money is actually being used the way it's supposed to be. Talk about an important job, right? This is what I love about it. The Constitution isn't some dusty old document locked away in a vault. No way. It's a living, breathing thing that changes over time. Just look at this timeline. In 76, they added fundamental duties for citizens. In 77, it guided the country out of the 21-month-long emergency. And then in 91, it adapted again to give Delhi its special status as the National Capital Territory. It evolves with the nation. And of course, governance isn't just about what happens in the capital. The Constitution is smart about this. It makes sure that power goes all the way down to the local, grassroots level. It sets up this 3-tier system for rural areas, starting right at the village with the Gram Panchayat, then up to the block level, and finally the district level. It's designed to be government by the people, for the people, from the ground up. All right, so we've got the rules, the framework. Now, let's switch gears and talk about what fuels the whole thing: the economy. If the Constitution provides the stability, you could say the economy provides the momentum. Let's look at the engine. So if you want a quick health check on a country's economic stability, a great place to start is its foreign exchange reserves. And as you can see here, India's got quite a stockpile. The lion's share, over 80%, is in foreign currency assets. Then you've got gold reserves and some other special assets. That massive pile of foreign currency, that's the country's financial shock absorber. It's a cushion for when the global economy gets bumpy. And, economic policy isn't just about charts and graphs and GDP figures. It's about people. And this right here is a perfect example of that. The 11th five-year plan was a huge deal. It was this big official shift in thinking. The government basically said, hey, a growing economy is great, but it's not enough if huge chunks of the population are left behind. So they made inclusive growth the main goal. It's all about making sure the progress benefits everyone. So who are the people actually powering this economic engine? Well, this chart tells a fascinating story. Take a look. A whopping 58.4% of the workforce is self-employed. That's not a small number. That's the majority. We're talking about everyone from tech entrepreneurs and freelancers to the family that runs the corner store. It's the backbone of the Indian workforce. And to really grasp the scale we're talking about, look at this number, 28 crore. That's 280 million people. And that's just the number of jobs provided by one slice of that self-employed pie, the micro, small, and medium enterprises. It's just staggering. The sheer scale is hard to wrap your head around. Okay, so when an economy is growing this fast, you need some seriously clever policies to manage it. And the PAT scheme is just, well, it's brilliant. It's all about making industries more energy efficient. Here's how it works. Big, energy-hungry industries get targets. If you beat your target, great. you get these special certificates. But if you fail to meet your target, you have to go out and buy those certificates from the companies that did well. It's a market-based system that basically makes saving energy a profitable business. Super smart. So we've been talking high-level stuff, right? National laws, the national economy. But India isn't one single monolithic thing. It's a patchwork of incredibly different regions. So the real question is, what does all this look like when you zoom in? How do these big ideas actually play out on the ground in one specific place? Let's do just that. For our final part, we are zooming all the way in. We're putting a spotlight on the eastern state of Bihar. This is a place where you can see ancient history, vibrant culture, and modern-day challenges all coming together. So here's a quick snapshot to get us started. A few key facts. We see its first governor back in 1936 was a guy named Sir James David Sifton. And way back in the British era, it was a huge trading hub for stuff like textiles, indigo, even opium. And to give you a sense of its size, as of the 2011 census, almost 9% of India's total population lived right here. But the story of a place like Bihar isn't just in the numbers. It's written right into the land itself. I mean, look at this. The Shergarh Fort, this incredible, mysterious place, has been sitting there, just waiting, for more than 400 years. It's a silent reminder of a really deep and complicated history. And you know, history isn't just found in old stone forts. It lives and breathes in art. And that brings us to something really special, a unique cultural tradition from this region, Manjusha Art. Now, this is so much more than just a pretty painting. Manjusha is all about storytelling. It's a narrative art. What story does it tell? It tells the ancient local legend of Bihula-Bishari, this incredible tale of love, devotion, and female power. It's a story that's been kept alive for generations, literally painted onto these canvases. So let's just take a step back for a second. We've gone on quite a journey, haven't we? We started way up high with constitutional articles and economic policies, and we've ended up all the way down here with this single beautiful story being told through folk art in one specific region. And that really brings us to a final big question for you to chew on. When you're trying to understand a nation as big and as complex as India, where does its true story live? Is it in the formal laws, the economic data, or is it in the brushstrokes of a local painting? Something to think about. Thanks so much for joining me.